It's Week 15 of the National Football League. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields, your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bears and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense that seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that what coaches call want to.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. Now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Fields. Forced out to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? but they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Patterson's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. It's a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that point,
Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
First down, Washington.
Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Jones.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
The Bears at 11-2 now. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jones winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a first down throw. Fields looking middle, and that's complete. 2nd and 2. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Montgomery running right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Right at the 40. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Down right around the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40.
And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
On first down, it's Fields. Connection made to Ruckert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And another juke. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
On first down, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Fields. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Montgomery back to the ground. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Now he steps away. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears have moved out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Roquan Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then curls back inside for the completion.
Fields on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Downfield.
Every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Fields finding Hardman here over the middle, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Play action. It's Fields. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the 1st down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted.
They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Now Fields.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 38, Fields. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. From the 22,
Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up in the Twin Cities. Minnesota hosting Detroit in the NFC North. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception.
From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Amari Rodgers, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 2nd and 10. Fields eluding the pressure right.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Now the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down. Fields. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Running left, Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Off play action, Fields. Catch is made by Hardman.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A give. This is Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
To throw on 3rd down, Fields. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Now Montgomery. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Montgomery. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Once more, Montgomery. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Patterson's kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets him the lead here in the 3rd, but boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second guess that too.
Now Jones. Now quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side with Gibson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say, lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Jones on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of 1st at the 32. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Fields taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a give running left with Montgomery. Oh, what a move. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Right at the 40. Looking to throw. Fields.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Fields.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
A 2nd field goal here this 3rd quarter, and his 3rd of the game so far.
He's been an important part of the offense, that's for sure. And they may need him again before this one's said and done. So I would treat him like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. Leave him alone and let him focus.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones over the middle. And he coughed it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. I'm not sure why in the world you do that, but that is a penalty decision. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones
got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 3rd down, Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. He's got Smith here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now it's Fields.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And the defense closes quickly there and will get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Once more, Gibson.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Hardman on the return.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give to Montgomery out of the gun.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. 3rd and 2, Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Jones, throwing on first down. Dancing to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll look to throw again.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Fields. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On 2nd and 9.
Fields.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Jones.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing, Jones. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long circuit of hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. This offense so far on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Flush to his right.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to get going again.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Fields taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And he's got it inside the 10.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Fields trying to throw for it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it. It's still down 10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Jones now on first down.
Complete, it's Dodson.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. To throw again on second down. Jones going right back to Dodson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Jones on first and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. To throw is Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town, and now
they're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now Washington down on the scoreboard. A minute 25 to play. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on first and 10. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Now Jones. Pass complete, Samuel.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Here's Jones.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Chicago, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.